Hey everybody, Pastor Matt here. You may not recognize this place, but this is actually our foyer for our church. So this coming Sunday on the 14th, we're going to actually be able to get back together again. So you may have understood that we're going to be doing what's called phase 2, which means more services but fewer people in attendance. The people from Colorado and the Tri-County Health Department, they've encouraged us that we only have about 50 people in the room. We are excited because right now, the 8:30 and the 10:30 services are both full. And so what we're going to do is offer a Saturday night at 5 o'clock. So we start having people come and we start having people just kind of maybe show up or they end up calling. We may ask some of you to volunteer, those of you that were in the 8:30 or 10:30 service, to actually go over and possibly be at the 5 o'clock one on Saturday. This right here is going to be very important for us. This hand sanitizer. So we're going to encourage you to use that quite a bit, just so that we can make sure that not only we have our germs clean, but that we're putting other people's mind at ease as well. Follow me. So as you come in, we're going to ask you to wear a face mask. And if you don't have a face mask, one will be provided for you. We have 250 of these little cuties right here. And we also have a thermometer. So we're going to ask you, though, to self-monitor, and really we're going to go on the honor system for the most part. So if you have some sort of cough, if you're running a low-grade fever, or even if you're running a high-grade fever, you probably already know to stay home if you got high-grade fever. If you're running a low-grade fever, then we're just going to ask you to watch online. We're still going to be streaming our services at 10:31. So if you could just help us out with that, that would be wonderful. But when we get back into the office, I will let you know a little bit more about what is going to be expected when you come in. Just some things for you to monitor. But here we go. We got a thermometer. We got a face mask. Can you follow me? So again, remember this place? This is our auditorium. So I'm going to have Holly come around over here. She would love to say hi, but like most of you may be, you may not be really crazy about being in front of the camera. I'm not really either, but we're gonna make it work. So right here, I wanted to show you, this box is going to be right here. This is our offering box. You're saying, Pastor Matt, are you telling me that we're not going to be passing the plate like it says in the Bible? Well, first of all, it doesn't say anything about passing plates in the Bible. What it does talk about, though, is that we are to give a portion of what God has given to us. And that may look a little different in this season. And in fact, probably in the foreseeable future, we're going to be doing it like this. So some of you, you're taking advantage of giving online. Wonderful. Some of you are mailing in your offering. Fantastic. Some of you are coming by and dropping it by. Fantastic. But now we're going to offer this. Offer this. You get it? Right? So we're going to offer this. So when you come in, you can drop your offering right there. And there's a little key right there so we can open it up. And we'll take it right to the safe to make sure that everything that you give will be wonderfully safe. So follow me. Now, here we are. So you're wondering, okay, how are things going to be spaced out, Pastor Matt? I'm really interested in this. So we have we've come in here and we've actually taken tape measures. And so what we tape measures to measure things out. And so we're finding out that if you're standing right here, and you're standing right here, that is exactly 6 feet. So when you come in, you're going to see that every other row will be roped off. And what we're going to do is have family units to be able to sit together, each of them on the end. Now, some of you have signed up and you have 5 people with you. You're probably going to get an entire row. Our ushers will be here to help you greatly with that. Okay? Follow me. Now I'm going to have Holly go to the 4th row, if you wouldn't mind. Go to the 4th row. Holly, you're doing great. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to have some people that are going to be here on stage. And the question is going to be, well, how's that going to work? Because you remember that we were talking about we're going to have masks. So how's that going to work? Them up here, is Pastor Matt going to be having a mask while he preaches? Are the singers going to be having masks when they sing? Yes and no. Whenever we're not singing, we're going to have a mask on. But whenever we start singing, or whenever we start preaching, or I start preaching, as the case may be, then I'll take the mask off. Now, according to Tri-County Health and according to the Colorado Colorado State and such. What they're saying is you have to be 25 to 27 feet away. So 25 to 27 feet away from here is where Holly is standing right now, 4th row. It's hard to get some perspective with that camera, but we're going to have the first 3 rows roped off. So those of you, very few of you, especially as Baptists, very few of you are going to want to sit in the front row anyway, but there's some of you that might. So I want you to recognize and realize that we're going to have you all, and that's going to be 25 feet away. So if you come in and see the first 3 rows roped off, you'll understand why. Okay? Follow me. I'm actually going to go up this way. So, hi there. So we're walking and we're walking and we're walking. So what we're going to have you do is when you leave, those of you that are sitting on the right side, we're going to have you go out this exit. Those of you that are sitting on the left side, you will come in the way, the way that you came in. So now you're saying, well, I'm going to be so glad to be with everybody. It's going to be great to be able to hang out in the foyer and the fellowship. One of the things about this chapter is that we've got to be careful about social distancing and things. So we're going to ask you, if you're going to fellowship, and Lord willing, it's not going to be as rainy as it is right now, that if you're going to fellowship, if you would fellowship outside, but make sure you keep your distance. Make sure you keep that mask on. And I realize that there may be some of you that are like, I hate masks. I don't like masks. I think it's ridiculous that we have to wear masks. This is part of loving our neighbor. So I'm not a big fan of wearing masks right now. I have a hard time breathing with that. Always have had a hard time breathing through my nose. And so this is a really interesting time to try to figure out how to do that. But I know that if I can wear a mask and put my neighbor at ease, put my friend at ease, put somebody at ease, then I need to do that. And we're going to ask you to do the same. Now, one of the questions that was asked, and I don't have an answer right now, but I wanted to at least get the majority of what I know out to you right now. Somebody asked, well, are we going to wear our masks all the time, or can we take off our masks after we sit down, and are we going to be able to sing? What's that going to be like? Well, I'm actually going to find out about that, because I know my mom and dad's church in North Carolina, they were actually able to take off their masks. But in Colorado, we just want to abide by what they're telling us and go by the guidelines that they've given to us. So I will let you know about that. But I do know that our service is going to be a little abbreviated, much like we've had it online so far. A welcome, 3 songs, prayer for the offering, and then a sermon, and then we'll be able to dismiss. But what a day it's going to be. Psalm 122:1 says, I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. And I think that passage is going to be extra special for us. So I'm just really thankful. Holly, thanks for recording all of this. You did great, but hopefully this will give you a better idea. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll be sure to answer them by our next update or maybe before. Thanks, everybody. It's good seeing you. Can't wait to see you on Sunday.